Hey guys, about to film my business mistakes video, so I'm just gonna answer a question from a subby. This is gonna be in the beginning of the live stream, and then I'll have the live stream. And I just want to say, guys, thanks so much for supporting this channel. I am gonna take a 2-week break from YouTube, but so anyways, the subby's question is that they want to start a business, but they don't have a lot of money. All right, so this is the thing. Some businesses you start when you don't have money. Not every single business you need to have money to start, okay? You and I are not Donald Trump. We're not gonna get $1 million investments from our parents. So we need to look at certain businesses that are out there that we can start with little return. What some people do is they start a business, okay? They save what they get from the business, and then guess what? You'll see in a year, sometimes even a couple of months, they'll go ahead and invest in another one that's gonna make them more money. Another way of getting ahead is to register your business. And why? Because then you'll be entitled to use business credit instead of your personal credit. I'm not a fan of using your personal credit card or your personal credit to get certain things, but if you're using your business credit card or using your business loan, I am a fan of that. I am a fan of that because that's not tied to your personal finances. And I've noticed that banks and other businesses, they prefer to do businesses with actual businesses than you do with actual individuals. So if you already are established and you already have business credit, guess what? Things are going to be much easier for you going forward. When you want to move ahead, think about this with SBA loans. Did they worry about regular people first, or they worried about businesses first? Did they worry about self-employed and contractors first? Yes. Any type of loans, they always worried about businesses first before they worried about individuals. So okay, guys, what's up? So today's live stream topic is mistakes that new business owners, business creators make. So let's just go ahead and talk about this. Let's just go ahead and have some discussions. And so basically, my very first business that I started about August of 2018, it failed. It failed miserably. And here are some of the things that you guys should watch out for. Number one is I did not do any research in the industry that I wanted to get into. So basically what happened is someone promised me, well, I guess they did promise me. They were like, oh, if you invest $3,000 into this one thing, you'll for sure make 10K back. So I just got into it, and it was an industry that I had no knowledge of. And I was like, okay, let's just go ahead and do it. Dished out the money, and about 2 years later, I did make some money from it, but I definitely did not make what I was promised. So number one mistake is going into an industry that you have no research, no knowledge of. For instance, let's say one day I wake up and I say, I want to start a clothing line. I want to start a clothing company. Mind you, I don't know anything about fashion. Okay. I don't know anything about fabrics. Okay. I don't know anything about fabrics. I don't know anything about prints. I don't know anything about cotton, silk, nothing. I don't know anything about Paris Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, none of that. I didn't go to fashion school. Okay. I don't know how to sew. All right. I don't know anything about fashion, but one day I wake up and I say, I want to be a fashion designer. It doesn't really work like that. Like, yes, you can invest into a fashion company. So they already have the company and all you're doing is being a financial backer. You can do that. But to one day wake up and say you want to do fashion, mm-mm. Some of these companies and some of these businesses take years. I need to emphasize that, years of research before they even launch. Sometimes we just look at these businesses, they open, and we're like, wow, but we don't really realize all of the research and the background that went into it. Okay? Someone says that they want to start a soap business. Disclaimer or spoiler alert, I actually do want to start a soap business. I haven't launched the soap products yet, but what am I doing? I'm making soaps. I'm looking at different products. I'm looking at different materials. I'm looking at different chemicals. I'm mixing them. I'm testing them on myself before I come out with a website and come and say, hey guys, I'm selling soap, right? So that's what you have to do. You have to do research. And another thing about research is if I want to start a clothing line, yes, if I want to start a clothing line, I am not going to go to somebody who has a tech company, someone who has a technology company. Why am I going to them for advice? I need to find someone in the same industry, someone who's in the fashion industry that can give me relevant fashion advice, not someone who's in the tech industry and has completely different things that they have to go through. Another thing could possibly be sometimes it's a factor, not always, but someone who's in a completely different country. Okay? I'm in Canada. Why will I go to someone in the UK and ask them what's going on over there? If sometimes it doesn't matter, but with certain industries, who you go to, depending on which country, does matter a lot. Because if I have winter in my country, I have to make clothes that cater to people for the winter time, right? That has to make sense. Like, I can't sit here and make summer clothes and we're going to winter, we're going to December, and I'm here with a summer line. You have to, like, that's why research is so important and it's so required. And it's amazing how I didn't know that, but you know what, I was young, so. But really, you need to do research for certain companies before you even open your mouth and say that you're starting a business. No, no, no. You need to take a pen and paper. You need to be a student. You need to study the industry. You need to study other people who are already in that industry. You need to do a lot of background research and really be an observer before you actually start being a creator. Okay? So that is number one, not doing research. Okay, number two, again, from my experience, I went into an industry that I had no passion for. No passion. And the problem with that is, let's say for whatever reason, I wake up one day and I want to be a fashion designer. I already told you guys how many times I don't care anything about fashion. It's not going to work. The reason why it's not going to work is if I don't care about it, I'm not going to be motivated to stay. I'm not going to be motivated to do the hard work that's required. I'm not going to be motivated to do the research. I'm not going to be motivated to ask more questions. I'm not going to be motivated to push myself. I'll just be seeing the dollar bills. Okay. I'll be seeing the potential dollar bills, the potential good things that come with it. But I won't want to deal with the hard and the difficult things that come up with that, right? I'll be more more willing to give up and more willing to not ask questions. Like, I won't be eager. So that is a problem. Again, starting a business or starting a company of nothing that you have passion, you have to have a little bit of passion in whatever you're opening. Okay, if you're only opening a business for money, it happens, but I feel like you should at least have one business that you actually fundamentally care about. Fundamentally, that's why with my soap company that I'm launching soon, I don't care if that company does well or not as much, because that is more of a company that I'm mostly just doing for passion. That company literally is passion first. and then everything else comes after. So let me give an example. What's another example that I have? So I said no research. I said no passion. Okay, let me do another one. Let's do emotional buy. Okay, emotional buy. So for instance, a lot of advertisements that you see right now are for what? T-shirt companies. T-shirt companies are really huge right now. Everyone is saying that you can make so much money from t-shirts. Well, let me tell you this. You're actually not going to make a lot of money from t-shirts, and here's why. Let me pull up the website. Okay, so you guys all seen this, right? Teespring. You guys all seen this. Or if you haven't heard of this company, I'm pretty sure if you're on YouTube, you've heard of this company. But if you haven't, you've at least seen so many advertisements of people promising and saying that they made $2,000, $3,000 from selling t-shirts. It's actually very difficult and very hard to do that. And the reason why that is because when you're using a company like Teespring, which is a good company, by the way, but when you're using a company like that, basically, that company takes care of every single thing. Okay, so they take care of shipping, they take care of processing the payments from the customers, and they take care of inventory, they take care of management, they take care of obviously advertising, marketing, they take care of a whole bunch of things, which is good. But the average t-shirt on Teespring, I think, is like $20 to $30 for one t-shirt. So that means that the average sale that you'll be making minus all the expenses that you're paying Teespring will be about $7 to $10. And for most parts, it's usually $5 to $7, the average sale for a t-shirt from Teespring. Okay? I don't even know the reason why I showed you guys that, because we really didn't even use that website. And I'm telling you guys to say this. You and I, okay, we're not influencers. We're on our way there, but we're not there yet. Influencers are people who usually have and I talked about this in my other video. I'll link it somewhere up here. But a lot of influencers usually have 10,000 plus followers, subscribers, Twitter friends, Facebook friends, whatever. They have at least 10,000 people in their circle. Okay? So if someone like that has 10,000 people on their circle and they come up with this, let's use an example. Hold on, guys. Let me show you guys something so that you guys can visually understand what I'm saying. All right, so here we are, right? So we said that the average Instagram person has 10,000 followers. So let's say that they have 450 people who buy their t-shirts. And we said that the average price of the average profit that someone will make from a t-shirt is around $5 to $7. So let's go with $7. Okay. So 450 times 7 is equal to 3,150. So with that kind of model, you can see why it would be easy for someone like that to make $3,000 off of selling t-shirts. But with someone like you and I, will we get 400 people to buy our t-shirts? Honestly speaking, we won't. We won't get 400 people to buy our t-shirts. So if you come up with a t-shirt line right now, yes, you can make money, but you're not going to make enough money to quit your job. Yes, that will be passive income, but that will probably be $20, $30 of profit, which is not bad, but it's not what some of these people on YouTube or some of these in these commercials are saying, that you'll make enough and that you made $3,000. Yeah, they can make $3,000 because they have thousands of people who will buy their t-shirts, possibly even hundreds. But you and I, if we don't even know 500 people, we're not going to get 500 t-shirt sales just like that. Okay? Unless if your t-shirt design is extremely good and you have extremely good advertising, which you're going to have to pay for. Remember, you're going to have to pay for advertising and marketing. No one is going to know about your t-shirt and no one is going to buy it. So don't look into emotional buys. And to tie into a mistake that I made as well is the promise that someone says, oh yeah, you're going to make $10,000. You're going to make just put in 3,000, you'll make $10,000 for sure. No one can really tell you how much money you're going to make unless they look at your business plan, unless maybe they done some research or they know the market of people in your area. They can't promise you how much you're going to make without even knowing what your area is or where you live or how much you're going to invest. They can't tell you that, right? Like I just told you, like if you and I make a t-shirt company, we're not going to make $3,000. Why? Maybe our t-shirts are good, but we don't have that many people who know us in order to even get to that level. So it's not that the company is bad. It's our resources are not sufficient for that. Okay. So another example is, okay, so I said no research. I said no passion. I said don't buy into an emotional buy. I said don't buy into a promise. And I'd say like the last part of this, and this also applies to me, mind you, this happened to me in around 2018. So it happened a while ago, but at the time, it was a huge deal to me. At the time, me putting $3,000 into something was a lot of money. It wasn't enough money to break me, but it was enough money to cause me pain. It was enough money to really disappoint me, right? So this ties into what I'm going to say last. Make sure, contrary to popular belief, I would say always make sure that you have a secure way of investing into your business. So what I mean by that is, contrary to popular belief, like even if you follow a lot of business articles, some of the people will say, oh yeah, well, I use just my credit card to do. I don't believe in using your credit card to fund your business. I'm sorry. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in going into debt to fund a business. I know some people might look at me like, oh, I don't know. I just personally, I don't believe in that because I think that is just so risky. It is so risky, especially if it's your very first business. A lot of us make mistakes when we're starting businesses for the first time because we don't know what we're doing. We don't do enough research, even though we think we are, but we don't know what we're doing. So to really go into debt and then to not make a profit, to me, that's just such a risk that it's not worth it to me to do that. It's not worth it unless if you already have assets and you're using one of your assets as collateral. Sure, like if you have a house, you own a home, and you're using that as collateral, yes, that's up to you. But to use a credit card, to go for a second mortgage, to do certain things where you can get into some serious debt just to fund a business, I personally, it goes against my personal beliefs and that I wouldn't do it. I personally would not do it. And I cannot stress that enough, guys. Don't do it. I did not use a credit card to fund my first business. That was money that I worked to get and save. So that was in my savings account. So even though I was upset and I was angry, I wasn't worried like, oh no, what am I going to do next month? I was fine. I was mad, but I was fine. So I just personally don't recommend it. And I understand that sometimes that's what stops people from starting a business, is not having the money allocated. But then there are businesses nowadays that don't cost a lot of money to invest. So yeah, just if anything, please don't do the last step. Like even if you want to ignore everything else I said, please don't use a credit card to fund a business. You really don't want to be doing that. You don't want those problems. Okay. Not only will you be in debt, but you'll be owing more interest for uncertainty. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So anyways, guys, thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for vibing with me. I am going to go. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. And by the way, guys, I do have business consulting classes. Okay. So if you guys don't know, I actually do own a business, and let me just prove it to some of you guys right now, because maybe some of you guys don't believe me, which I wouldn't blame you, but I do actually own a business. Like, this is my website. I don't always link it, which I should. I really should. I just have too many things to link, so I can't, but sometimes I forget. But I actually do own a website. And guys, my name is there, my picture is there. Like, guys, I own a business, yeah? Guys, why do you think I always used to play these commercials? This is me, yeah? This is Black Star Tax, that's me. Okay, where is it? It's in the About Us, Meet the Team. Wow, why is my computer doing this now? Yeah, that's me right there. Okay, so my Facebook thing is actually, okay, yeah, that's me right there. Okay, that's me, that's me, that's me. All right. So yeah, I own a business, guys. Like, I'm not just saying this. Yeah, I'm not just saying this. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, anyways, guys, yeah. Thanks, guys, so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys with another video topic. It's been a pleasure. If you guys have any messages, email me, send me an email, send me a message, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Bye, guys.